And welcome yet again to episode 18 of Celestial Sphere, a Gundam DnD podcast. I am Jade Novanus, and I am here as always with Holy Skittle, Huntail Striker, Ren Best Girl, Agma Von Sect, and Ashy of Heart. How's everyone doing tonight?
Good.
Mm-hmm. Doing all right. Kind of sore.
I'm doing good.
I'm doing.
Mm-hmm. Last time on Celestial Sphere, we got to see a couple of things. For Iris, we discovered that she hails from a long life species of ELS hybrids that found their place on the Rannick colony on Jupiter before its eventual loss to the void. As well as finding out that two ELS beings aside from Iris continue to exist in the system. On top of that, several connections were made with the various party members throughout the system. So everyone kind of reconvened aside from those lost to the void. The members lost to the void, however, contact was established by focusing on his original human body. K-111 was able to jump his consciousness from the mobile suit that he had currently resided in back to a surprisingly fully healed body in a black void, only to be surprised to see Yolanda standing above him. And tonight, we will be starting with the team in the void. We open up on a sea of black nothingness. Our party of Yolanda Galanus, K-111, now in his human body, Noah Kevis, Feyre, and I forget what, Victor, right?
Yeah, Victor Carter.
And Victor Carter are all drifting in this void together. You guys can walk, you guys can move, you guys can breathe, surprisingly enough. But it's almost like a black nothingness. But you guys, it's not dark necessarily. It's because you guys can see each other like fine. But it's almost as if just nothing. It's like a flat plane of black nothingness as far as the eye can see. No sky, no sun, no stars. The only thing on the horizon you can see is each other. K-111, surprisingly, to Yolanda, appeared just near him. Or just near her. Out of nowhere. The corpse itself didn't even exist here in the void, but suddenly, out of nowhere, he blipped into existence. As if he'd always been there all along. K-111 has just now woken up.
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy. What do I see?
Yolanda and the rest of the party scattered around in various directions. It appears as though they were almost trying to get the lay of the land, maybe the bounds of where you're located.
Quick question.
Yes.
Are we floating or are we on like walkable
You're
ground?
like on solid, like a solid surface, but you can't tell what it is.
Is it
It's
like
like-
a smooth or bumpy?
It's smooth. Imagine if you guys have ever seen the Future episode of SpongeBob when they all like break the time machine and they're just in empty white nothingness and can walk around just
Oh
fine.
shit!
It's that, but black.
Okay, hyperbolic time chamber, but black. Got it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get up and stretch.
You notably feel amazing. You haven't felt this good physically in a very long time.
Quick question, kind of a qualifying question. Have we had a long rest?
Yes, you guys are all fully rested, fully healed. Granted, your mobile suits are nowhere to be seen.
Mm-hmm.
That tracks.
My party mates thought I was dead, right? Like they haven't seen me
saw
appear
you
yet.
die. They saw
Yeah,
you
they saw
get
me-
bisected. Okay? And now you
Have
are
any of them seen me yet?
I mean, Yolanda's seen you for sure. It's up to the rest of them if they want to even care. If they're too worried about, other things at the moment to, notice you.
Right. Well, I'm gonna approach Yolanda. Kind of give a good stretch. Go, how's it going?
Uh-huh.
Yolanda is just so flabbergasted, jaw agape. She just can't even right now.
Maybe pairing
K1.
with you guys was the right idea. Apparently, you guys have an immortal. I wasn't expecting that.
I have, I have some good news and I got some bad news from what I understand, which is very little.
I was-
First of all, how are you alive? We saw you cleft in twain.
I don't understand that exactly. Well, when I saw the guy in that suit, which I'm assuming is what was the Hush Mile, I sent my consciousness to a Gundam. I don't know. And then I started racing towards space, where I saw the ship implode, explode, boom. And then I met up with the rest of the group, where I learned that bad news. I was told that you guys were sent to the void. End quotes. And that we could get you back. I was trying to send my consciousness into a small robot, like to walk around in, but apparently my body is still alive here, so it sent my consciousness here.
That makes sense.
I learned to stop questioning these things when I'm with these people. Shit
Okay,
just
listen.
happens. And
Mm-hmm.
it's wacky, it's wild, and downright miraculous. Beyond explanation. I'm glad that you're not dead, K1.
I'm happy that I was gonna cry. You guys were gone, and then I was told you were alive. I didn't know what to do. Kind of drifted for a little bit. All that was left was a fucking purple box in the sky.
Oh,
Yeah, it's going to be
shit.
there for a while.
Yeah.
the one person who we wanted to kill with it was still in that purple box.
Speaking of, have you seen them? Maybe I have a really dumb idea, but you know, I'm assuming wherever they are, it's not here.
Were they not in the? Was Archer not in the box?
No, it was an empty box.
How is it an empty box?
I don't know. It was a purple empty box. I don't know.
That's not good.
We couldn't just have our one win.
Well, I mean, we could look on the bright side. You know, we're alive.
Light side.
We are
Yeah,
literally
the
in an
bright side
empty
indeed.
void with no light whatsoever. If you find a bright side, let me know.
The
You're alive.
light side.
The
It's
blight-
killing
listen.
Ren. Ren is in the background, dying.
Thank you for listen. I'm slurring my words. Okay, leave me alone. The bright side. I mean, everything's okay. So I mean, I can try. I don't know if it's gonna work. I could try sending my consciousness back and forth. Many of you don't know, but my body is. I'm dying? Question mark? Losing control. I don't know.
I try not to ask questions at this point.
I listen. I leave smart things to the computer person thing.
If you think you can act as a relay between wherever here and the real world is, by all means, you gotta try.
I was thinking. Well, I had a really dumb idea, but like, there's no mobile suit here, so I don't know if it's possible. I was gonna put my brain in a mobile suit and have that guy over there, and I'm pointing at the teleporty guy that's new to our party. And I was gonna be like, I was gonna have him pilot me, and I was gonna be the bridge and have him open a portal.
I can't open portals.
I mean, you teleported us from one space to another, yeah?
From one space to another, yeah, within a real short goddamn distance. If we're inside the void, and by the void we mean the void, then I don't think my limited ability is going to be able to get us out of it, much less keep us out of it.
Hey, can I
Like
pull
this-
out my like phone and be like, check the locate, like, can I try to check our coordinates on my GPS, or is it
you
just
gotta-
haywire?
You're gonna pull up Google, go to the bottom of the page, and see where you're located, where Google
Well,
tracks your location.
I'm just gonna I want to see if it gives us a visible location, because science would tell us. K1 doesn't know this, but science would tell us that dimensions are stacked on top of each other. We just moved from one place to another. We didn't move distance. We just moved places.
That is a hot take you have there for a universe with magic and
Aliens.
Magic.
Correct.
magic and aliens.
Well,
Yeah, obviously it works logically, just like it works logically IRL, where we've perfectly solved alternate dimensions.
well, like you said, it's about magic, right? Distance is magical.
Yeah, use your science machine to detect magic. Go get after it, Ghost Hunter.
But yeah, that's what I was gonna try to do. Hey, can you just like, I don't know, I'm part machine. Can you just like jack into my body so I can try to connect us to the other side?
What do you mean? What
I
are you
don't
on
know. I have
about?
a Leia Vignana. Just plug into that.
Notably, you do
don't-
not have any of your implants any longer.
Oh shit,
Am I dead?
that's concerning me.
Only K111. Everyone else is still in the exact same
Okay.
physical condition as they were when they were teleported. K111, notably, does not have any of his physical enhancements anymore.
Oh,
Because
He is
I'm
a
fucking
factory
cyber new
resetted
type.
version of himself.
oh.
I was gonna
Uh-huh.
say, because I'm a cyber dude type, I'm effectively weaker than goddamn Ivan without my implants.
I was used to having a robot leg.
Well, now you have human legs. I mean, we can fix that once we get out of here if you're really that attached to it.
Uh, I don't know anymore. I could try to send my brain back and forth, or I don't know. I was trying to I don't think I can split my consciousness.
I would not recommend that idea. No, that seems like a bad idea.
By all means, I think you should try.
Before I do that, can I just do a perception check of our surroundings so I can see if I see anything?
Roll perception
Oh boy, here we go.
and drive. Well, roll me drive first, then roll me perception, please.
Okay, I have to find the dice roller wherever it went. Hold on.
Oh, I should open that.
Okay, you said drive first. Okay.
Yes.
Boy. Shit. That's 13.
All right, and now roll me perception.
Perception's really good. That's 25 on perception.
You do not see anything aside from the other party members. It is a black void full of nothingness.
Okay.
So should we head somewhere in this? Do we wander aimlessly in the black nothingness? Do we sit here and hope something happens?
Well, if the other team knows where we are, they might be able to hatch some sort of rescue operation. But we literally have nothing to work with aside from
Yeah. I told them.
but aside from myself and Iris's limited powers.
Mind you, if any of you guys would like to roll perception as well, go ahead. But
I feel like we would have made an attempt at some point while we were here. I'll make a roll.
drive for me.
Drive and then perception?
Yep.
Okay. Neat. I'm off to a great start. I'm going to add a precognition to both of those. They were both awful. That's not going to help much. So that's for me, because I see Huntail also rolled. For me, that is an 11 drive and a 16 perception.
Black nothingness.
Yeah.
Noah, what was that?
It's Meow, and it's 12 drive and 21 perception.
You see black nothingness.
Do I hear anything?
You do not hear anything aside from the heartbeats of your teammates.
That implies we have heartbeats. That's good. That's really good.
Yolanda and Feyre, would either of you like to attempt?
I mean, if everyone else is doing that, I guess.
Yeah, peer pressure. Let's go.
What the fuck, Ren?
That's funny. That's funny.
Perception, right? 18.
Drive and then perception.
Oh, drive. 18.
What? And now roll perception.
16.
All right. You focus on trying to see if you can see anything on the horizon. Maybe a way out. Maybe however the hell K111 even got here. You see a white speck on the horizon. A light. It's very notable because of the fact that everything else is nothingness. This almost looks like a star in the distance.
Is it growing bigger? Is it getting smaller? Or is it just
It's
there?
staying the same size. It's staying consistent.
Well, I see a light over yonder. Either we're going to want to go close to it or get as far away from it as possible. 50-50 odds.
Usually I'm told don't go into the light. But, I mean, worth
Kinda
a
don't
shot.
like our other option.
So do you head towards the light as a party, or what are you doing?
Can I try to do an investigation on the physical ground we're walking on?
Sure, roll it.
With my -1? Yeah, 8.
Um, it's solid. That's all you get. It's certainly solid
Okay.
ground. Is there any without further ado, what is the party doing then?
Heading toward the light.
If that's our only lead, we should at least attempt to investigate it.
Can I take the front?
Let's go for
If
it.
you'd like.
If there's anything that could cause us to suddenly drop that we can't see, I can at least teleport back.
You guys continue towards the light. Each step, the light does grow visibly closer. After about 10, 15 minutes of walking, you reach a white door shining in front of you. Notably, you guys can walk past the door as if the door's just hovering there in liminal space, basically. Nothing's behind it, nothing's to the sides of it. The door is just there.
We can actively walk around it.
You can actively walk around it, yes.
Is this where the source of light is, or does it seem to be coming
Yes.
from? Okay.
The light is emanating from underneath the door on both sides.
Can I... Looking at their own character sheet. Can I just do an investigation on the door?
Roll me investigation.
19, 18.
It's a solid wooden door. Nothing crazy, but you haven't seen one of these style doors in a very long time. brass handle. Outside of that, that's all you got. It's a nicely made wooden door from over 50 years ago.
Can I identify what type of wood it is, or if it's similar, if the design is similar to anything I would be able to recognize?
It looks like, honestly, specifically for you, it looks like the door to your house when you were a child.
I'd like to turn to Yolanda. What do you see?
I'm guessing I'm gonna need to roll perception again.
Yes.
I'm going to give you precognition.
And what does that do?
I added D4 to your roll.
9.
You're lucky it's an easy one. Yolanda, the door before you is a glass door. You can't see past it because the glass is fogged. The glass is
Fogged.
fogged up.
All good.
Almost as if
Hey.
it were immensely cold on the other side. It's like a winter storm blowing through. You recall that you've seen this door before,
Oh.
over 50 years ago.
When I was 8?
Not quite. Just you're getting that kind of vibe. Like this is a very old door.
Holy shit.
Okay.
But you
Can-
feel as though you've seen this door before. On maybe a hospital you were at one point? You've been in and out of many hospitals throughout the years, but this one strikes you as odd. The only time you've been in a hospital during a winter storm was for the birth of your child.
Uh-huh.
Oh boy.
See. It's like a glass door in a snowstorm.
Glass door.
Yes, glass.
You're sure?
I unless my eyes are failing me with my age, that is what I see.
I doubt they're failing you to the point where you don't see a wood door. I point to K111. What do you see?
Perception?
Yep.
That's 14. 14.
This door in front of you, K111, shocks you to your core.
Great.
This door is steel, reinforced, with a viewing window. Much like the door to your cell when you were human debris just years before.
It is a bad door. I see where I was held captive behind a steel reinforced jail cell is what I see.
I point to Mio. What do you see?
Whatever we see, shouldn't we just kick it in at this point?
No, we really shouldn't. Because we are
Could it be
all
important?
seeing something incredibly different.
Perception. That's 18.
Mio. The door in front of you is highly technological. An opening directly in the middle, like a viewing window of sorts, but much lower down, almost as if for a child, surrounded with blue energy flowing around it. This door, surprisingly to you, you don't really notice much recollection of it. And then it hits you.
How much
This
damage do you
is-
take?
This is. Thank you. Thank you. This door is the door to Noah's family home back when you guys first met.
I remember this door. It's the door that Noah used to. It's the. It's. It's the door of Noah's house.
Oh shit, this is all stuff from our past, isn't it?
I would assume Farah's door would be the same. Something from your past. Something important.
Notably, Feyre, you see no door. Nothing is in front of you except black, empty void.
Look, just shove open whatever it is. This whole conversation's given me the chills. You see a glass door, you see a wood door, just kick the thing.
I'm kind of concerned about that. If we're all seeing a different door, then it means that something wants us to see a different door. I
Does
don't
anybody
think I
have
have
a
to lean further into the terrible implications of that.
well? If it's all derived from if it comes from memories, mine's a bad memory. Yours is a bad memory. No, that one's a good memory. We should just go to the good memory, right?
I don't think that's how it works.
Well, yeah,
It's-
you're probably right.
It's a possibility. I think it's a greater possibility that because we are all seeing different doors, they lead to different places. It's entirely possible if whoever's going to open up their door is going to get separated from the rest. But that's just an assumption that I have.
It's just a theory.
Shut up.
I'm not making
We
that
we definitely don't want to go into my door. Or we do. Maybe you guys get to see some horrible shit.
If we're trying to avoid horrible shit, your door leads somewhere terrible. From the sound of it, I think my door or Mio's door would probably be the gentlest entry points.
Unless you want to pop in and see me giving birth.
Hard pass.
Yep.
I
Pass.
don't know you well enough for that. So, yeah, either my door or Mio's door.
Are we gonna rock, paper, scissors it?
Yeah, we can do that. Huntail, I'm gonna roll. Highest roll, we go through with their door.
Which die?
I'm rolling a d20.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So, Victor will open his door.
Notably, when Victor opens the door, the rest of the doors open for all of you as well.
Does Varys see any change then?
No.
Okay.
Who the fuck is the Legend 27?
That's Skittle. I don't get it. I don't know what joke he's going for there.
It's a Clash of Clans joke. Don't worry about it.
Oh, okay. That's why I don't.
So do you guys walk through the doors?
I'll walk through my door. I assume I can't see theirs.
They're all the same door. It's
Fair enough.
the door that you see it's all in the same space. With the exception
I'll
of
walk
Feyre,
through.
where there's just nothing there.
That's fine.
Victor walks through the door, disappearing in the bright white light on the other side.
Can I, just because I'm paranoid, can I like leave a hand out in the door?
You can. However, all you see is white nothingness.
Just I walk through and all I see is white.
Yes.
Hmm. Can I? Does he disappear in front of us?
Like, you guys, like, looking through the doorway, it's almost as if a bright white light is shining from the other room. To where you, almost like in a video game where the fucking, you just cannot see what's on the other side of that door. And even then, even Victor, you can only kind of make out.
Well, maybe we should have held hands and went through.
Assuming they can. Can I hear them?
It's muffled, but yes.
My hand's still out. If someone can take my hand, that would be ideal.
Sure. I'll grab his hand and walk through.
Okay, so now both of you are just fully through.
I mean, I'm through. I don't know if
Yeah.
K1 catches on to
Yeah,
what
I'll-
we're doing.
I mean, I'll put my hand out and see if somebody grabs it behind me.
I grab the hand and leave my hand out.
Oh, I so don't want to do this, but I'm gonna have to, aren't I? You coming to not Iris, Feyre?
Yeah, I guess I'll grab a hand nervously.
You all walk through the doorway, the thresholds. And upon being bathed in this white light, the world around you shifts. The light fades slowly over time, revealing around you a cityscape. An earthen cityscape. Around you are bustling cars, buildings, skyscrapers even. A bustling city. For Feyre and Mio, very different from the last time you guys were in the void. This bears no similarity. But cars whizzing down the road around you. People walking up the streets. Hovercraft flying overhead.
Do we see any damaged landscape in the distance anywhere?
No.
No signs of warfare?
Nope.
Nothing?
Nope.
Do we see any signs or statues?
Statues not in your immediate vicinity. There are various signs in your immediate, circumference. If you want to roll me a investigation, I can give you more info on those.
Yeah, I could do that. Just what they look like. Obviously, I can't read them.
Yeah. So why the fuck did we
17.
pick this character to do this?
17.
There are various posters and signs on some of the electrical poles in the area, and as well as some of the buildings.
Mm-hmm.
Is it in a language that most of us understand? Because if I recall, K111 cannot read.
K11 cannot read, which is why I'm like, why the fuck is he looking for signs?
The best part.
Notably, for Victor and everyone else, this is just English. Same language you all speak.
We're like modern English,
Modern English, yes.
Shakespearean.
Not Shakespearean. This is modern English. Notably,
Shakespearean English on a fucking electrical pole.
yes. A lot of the signs are kind of just nothingness. A lot of them are, lost puppy, call this number if you want man with balloon, various other, advertisements for local weirdos and whatevers. Notably on one of the walls, it does have an election poster asking for you to vote for someone by the name of Peel. But other than that,
is his running partner Key?
Oh my god.
You set yourself up for that, Jade.
I know
That's
that
funny.
was intentional. Please give me at least some degree of credit. Anyway.
Caitlin looks around like, are we in Detroit? Where are we?
Can I make a history check? See if I recognize the name.
Roll me history. Let's see what you got.
Not much, but that's an 18.
Notably, the only Peel you can remember, was like an older, group way back when that kind of went defunct after some events regarding the foundation of permits technology.
How many years back is that from our
From your
current
original
understanding?
timeline, that was probably 50 years or so.
All right, that tracks.
That's good.
Okay, so I do not believe we are actually back by any definition, but this place that we are in appears to be a representation of 50 years before the time we're familiar with.
That's really good, actually.
That depends on your definition of good, but familiar is better than nothing.
Well, it's forgotten technology that it's the same shit that I control, that my unit. I don't understand how it works, but I mean, now there's a chance to figure it out while we're here.
Yeah, just control the whole city for us. That'd be nice.
I don't know how it works. Maybe, I don't know.
So, why are we here?
I don't know. They say fate works in mysterious ways. Maybe
Fate does not give a shit about any fucking living organism in any goddamn universe.
I mean, it seems like I'm here.
Yeah, and Fate is a bored kid with some dice.
I mean, I'm willing to look a gift horse in the mouth and at least check this place out.
They say you shouldn't do that, but I get where you're coming from. I don't think the answers for getting home are here, but we are here for some reason. Something wants us here. We need to figure out what, and we need to figure out why. Because the fuck else are we going to do?
Ooh, now we should check our coordinates.
Oh, that's a good idea. Does your future technology work?
Your PDAs do give you a reading based on GPS locations. However, it does notably mention that they cannot find your given cell towers or your given cell connection for your current brand. Your current GPS location is... You guys are currently located in... Pulling it up. Give me a sec.
That's how we know we're not in Detroit.
Detroit. Oh man, we're not in the wrong city.
Just because you made the joke earlier, like that's the only reason why I know we're not in Detroit. Because Jade would have doubled down if we were in Detroit.
That's very fair.
Also, two of us would be missing pants and maybe a limb.
Well, I mean,
Detroit.
I just got that back.
You guys are on Neo Kanata on Earth.
Okay.
Neo Kanata.
Neo Kanata. Question for those of us who are Gundam. Where? Why am I raising my hand? I can't see my hand.
One of you guys Google it on your PDAs. And specifically, the information that it feeds back is that Neo Kanata was a man-made island colony on Earth created after the destruction of Canada.
Not Canada!
Is this just spelled Neo Canada, or am I stupid?
NEO space KNADA.
KNADA, okay.
It is a man-made island colony in the Canadian Sea.
We see just regular people walking around, right?
Yes. They're dressed a little weird, but other than that,
can I like walk up to a random person?
Sorry, can I get that spelling again, Jade? I am
NEO space KNA. Wait, KANADA. It's Canada, but with a K. Very original.
Zook barking.
I cannot find it on Google.
Oh, no. This is not a Gundam place that exists.
Oh, okay. That explains a lot. Like, I found Neo America. That was kind of weird. Okay.
But yeah. So you are currently located on a man-made island on Earth where Canada used to be. Notably, you guys do know because, I mean, maybe K111 doesn't because he's never been to fucking school. But the rest of you do know that in your original world, Canada was destroyed shortly after the Celestial Being War that brought peace to the universe temporarily. Once the ELS beings arrived, the new types that existed at the time used their joint technology to create colonies all throughout the system. There was originally plans for a Neo Kanata, but plans for that fell through at some point.
Okay. So we have a time period, we have a place.
Notably, your PDAs say it's present day.
Right. Can I make a history check and see if I can recall anything that would have happened in Neo Kanata at this rough time period? Like if there's anything of import that
Neo
we should
Kanata
be
never
aware of?
existed in your original time period.
Oh, good.
That's what I'm saying. From history and taking history in school, you know, again, right after Celestial Being liberated the world and the events of Gundam 00 happened, shortly after that, again, that's like 600, 700 years ago in the current timeline, Canada was destroyed, primarily in the war against the ELS beings at the time. Eventually, once peace was achieved, ELS beings, with the help of humans, ended up creating most of the colonies around the system. However, there were plans to bring back Canada as Neo Kanata, as an island, but in your original timeline, you know, effectively the CFO told them no.
So are we in a timeline where the CFO either has no power, does not exist, or has been overpowered?
I don't know. It's time for you to find out now, isn't it?
That's
Or we're not
Victor
in another
speaking out loud, sorry.
timeline. Or we're not in another timeline. We're just in another place where they built the thing they were told they couldn't build. Like, we're in the void, right? Like,
right, but I mean, like, this is here for some fucking reason. Like, something put this shit here in front of us. There's a lot of questions that need to be answered, and it's not the kind of question we just go around fucking asking people.
K1 as he's walking towards a random person.
I stop him. Caught on to this one's bullshit real fast. So, what do we do?
Well,
I want to make a quick experiment real quick. I'm going to attempt to cast Psychic Message to Yolanda.
Okay, what are you planning on saying in this psychic message?
I'm testing right now to make sure that my powers still work.
That power does.
That's not ominous. She can respond to that message, I think.
What did you even say?
I'm testing to make sure that my powers work.
Do I hear? Oh, I do hear it. It seems like it.
Okay. I have no clue how to proceed from here.
why don't we walk around, maybe get lunch? I don't know. We kind of look, we don't fit in. We should probably
No.
change.
Is that Jade saying no, you don't fit in, or is that someone else speaking with us right now?
No. You don't fit in, now do you?
Who are you?
A voice emanating from behind you all, one that you all recognize.
Fucking Archer Serial.
Hey, bud.
Nice to see you, Yolanda.
Can I turn
The
around and
rest of
look at
you.
him and give him a smile?
Oh, good. You're not dead.
Oh, you killed one of my clones.
You notably K111 in the top right of your vision, it specifically says Archer knows that was a lie. Archer will remember that.
I didn't know. Listen, I press X to doubt.
So, you all found your way here too.
Yeah.
Not by choice.
Yeah, it wasn't any
So-
of our choice, now was it?
Just to kind of get out ahead of this, are we going to be working together, or is this going to turn into a dick measuring contest real fucking fast? Because a temporary alliance until we can get back to where we're supposed to be, and then go back to killing each other?
You, Victor, right?
Yes.
Yes, I've heard about you. Ex-Celestial being member, but did never actually fit there. I'm not here to fight. A lot of good that's done for both of us. Now, isn't that right?
I
Wow.
mean,
I mean, I don't want to sound like an asshole because I like these people, but I'm not stuck here. They're stuck here. You're stuck here.
Have you tried to get out of here?
No. But
Because I
I mean-
certainly have, and nothing I've tried has worked. So if you can find a way out of here, I'd be shocked. Also, Victor, going off your performance on my ship, have you tried your powers lately?
I have.
And they worked?
So far.
Interesting. Good to know. We may need that. Yolanda.
Yes, Archer.
I'm glad you're not dead. Now, I'm assuming you're just as lost here as I am.
More so, actually. This place shouldn't exist.
Yes.
I don't know
aware.
how caught up you are on your history. Sorry. I'm not going to make an assumption about your education.
Thank you. Yes, I am plenty aware. This Neo Kanata shouldn't have ever existed. The CFO shut that idea down during its formationary period. We didn't want to bring back the past failings from the war. The fact that it's standing here means something happened, something I don't even know about. Granted, that's up to interpretation.
The way I currently see things, this place that we're in, I'm going to give it a name at some point. Probably, let's call it the
Astia.
bullshit void.
I call it Pastia because it's in the
Pastia.
past.
All right, Pastia. Let's call it Pastia.
What? Hold up
This-
for a second. Pastia? You
Look,
did check your
thinking isn't his-
PDAs, right?
I can't read, smartass.
That sounds like a you problem. I'm talking to the big kids right now. Look at your PDAs, please. Notice the date. The date hasn't changed from when we left. So what makes you think this is the past?
Did you look with your eyes around?
There was an election campaign set up not far from here for the Peel Group. The Peel Group was disbanded 50 years ago. Shit.
Ah, so now you understand.
Yeah, it's catching up. Didn't exactly put that piece together at the time.
This isn't the past. I hate to break it to you. As far as I can tell, this is an alternate present. As for the extent of how different everything is, Neo Kanata could very well be the very beginning of it. Even I am not privy to any additional information here. And it seems my CFO contacts aren't responding either.
Which brings me back to the assumption I was at before. Wherever this place is, I'm going to go back to calling it bullshit dimension. Either the CFO did not come into power, or that power structure has changed drastically enough to where the original command structure didn't occur. So if the CFO exists, it's going to be a very different entity than what you would be familiar with. And if it doesn't exist, then your contacts wouldn't have ever become your contact.
That theory is very plausible. I've checked every frequency and I get no hails back.
So if those frequencies don't exist, I think it's safe to assume that the CFO does not exist in this place.
It's a safe assumption.
So what the fuck do we do?
We need to find a way off this rock.
Why are we saying we? I didn't know
Yes.
we were speaking French.
Because, like it or not, he is helping us.
Why does
If I
K1
may.
know French?
If I may, I mean this with due respects. I don't know how time works here or time works out there, but if it's 1-to-1, we can eat food here and we can survive for a while. You see, I'm willing to lose to watch his side on our side get destroyed, which I know what's happening on the other side because I was there. None of you do. So, realistically, he can say whatever he wants. I can stall time, we can live, and watch him lose anyways. Don't worry, the big kids are talking.
What the fuck is your dog yappering about?
He's actually making a fantastic point. The whole point of us showing up on your ship and doing what we did was to stop you. And we've done that. We bring you back into where we are supposed to be. And who knows how much of that work will be undone. He does make a valid point. It is better for our mission for us to keep you here.
Notably, Archer gets a very, like, not quite sinister, but like almost like a well done, like a proud father smile on his face for realizing that you guys are actually intelligent.
He has his moments.
I'm not smart, I'm wise. There's a difference.
Well then, I didn't expect the dog to come up with that idea. My apologies. What was the name?
K1.
Indeed, K1. Sure it's not K9.
Don't push it.
I think we should follow K1's suggestion of grabbing some food and making ourselves comfortable.
That's what I'm saying. Thank you. Thank you, Farah.
With what money?
Are you kidding me?
Made plenty of.
Let's find literally any underground fight ring. I'll have us eating well for weeks.
I mean, if the plan is to stay for a while, there's some information we're going to need. Is any of the currency we previously had any good here? If the
Is
world
the
changed
currency we
that
have now is
drastic-
any good? Yeah.
Yeah, if the currency is the currency we have now worth a goddamn thing.
From what I can tell, whatever this place is doesn't take union credits.
So there
Okay.
was no union,
Maps.
or they established a different form of currency, either or.
Sounds like K1 and I need to get some work. Archer can have fun living here now. Welcome to jail. Hope you enjoy.
Not gonna lie, this is probably one of the nicest cells I've ever seen.
Hmm.
I'll keep an eye on him if you guys want to do some information digging.
I don't know if that's my best idea, honestly, I think I should probably stick with one of the smart people anywhere I go. I don't think. Number
Yeah,
one, we have to change. We need to get out of these.
Yolanda,
Yes, Archer.
you don't agree with these people, do you? We need to get back. We don't know anything about this world. We don't know what it could be doing to us.
Is
We don't know what's going on the outside on our home world.
I do.
If I don't get back soon, that world we came from may cease to exist.
Mm,
I'm done with the platitudes, Yolanda. I'm done with all of that. You know what the CFO is capable of, yes?
Up until the very end, I didn't. I know what the CFO is capable of now. Yes.
And you know I'm not the one in charge, yes? Heck, back when you were in charge, you know you weren't really in charge, right?
Yes, that was made painfully clear to me.
Wait. Mercury. Peel Technologies was notable for using permit in their designs. They were dissolved not 50 years ago. They were dissolved back when you were still in the CFO.
Archer makes a valid point, actually. We should look into personal history, see if we even exist in this universe.
I've just been assuming this is just where they moved their shit.
If
Uh,
Yolanda, we need to get information on Mercury here. Wherever this is, whatever version of our world this is, we need information on Mercury.
If I can pose an alternative, if we are actively looking into suggestions on leaving, Jupiter would also be a pick.
That could also be a well thought out idea.
From the information that we gained, thanks to K111 being able to jump from real world to this one, or before we came to this one, more accurately, we are seemingly in the void. So, ideally, if we could jump back through the void on this side, it might give us an option to get back on that side. But that's all moot if the CFO doesn't exist, and by extension, the void is gone.
The void never existed, yes.
well,
That certainly would be a problem.
if the technology here is permit, then we should be in good hands.
And why
We-
is that?
Don't worry your head about it.
Archer is visibly annoyed with K1.
Oh, it's like I know something that you don't. It sucks, huh?
You are enjoying this way too much.
K111.
Listen, I'm willing to work with him. That's fine.
I know.
I just
I
don't
know
like being
how-
talked to.
I'm not defending his actions, but there's a way to deal with him. Trust me.
Okay,
I
I will.
say what you will about me. Say what you will about the CFO. There's much you don't know about our original world. I'm not this villain like you've painted me. Or at least not as much as you painted me.
You etched your name into a planet. What the fuck are you talking about?
You painted me across the floor with your mobile suit.
Also, yes.
Moving on.
The BBEG equivalent of I have no argument for this.
Uh-huh.
I will work with you because Yolanda is my friend and my family. Other than that, I should kill you right where you stand. You're lucky that she is here and alive. Now, the reason I say this, and I will give you the information because we're working with you, is maybe you didn't pick up on it, but I'm a little different. My powers work
I'm
off
aware.
of permit. I'm connected in a way, and it's kind of taking over my body.
I see.
I can connect to their systems.
I see. Your mind is more data storm than actual physical brain at this point. It happens. It's happened in our experimentations, right, Yolanda?
Mm-mm.
How so?
Those particularly adept at controlling permit and merging with permit can often find their minds scrambled into the data storm. Most lose themselves to it, while others are able to keep their composure within the storm. Those who can do that are typically able to pilot permit-based Gundams or mobile suits, or even upload their consciousness to them and stay sane. Most end up dying in the process, but
Mhm.
we have seen some with an acute penchants for the use of permit. So it's not unheard of, your ability. Doesn't necessarily surprise me, but, you know. I'm more surprised by the distinct untomato pasting of your body, but I'll chalk it up to the void.
Questions for later.
Maybe, yeah.
Indeed.
That's fair.
So, immediate problems first. Like, regardless of whatever the fuck plan we intend to take, we need clothes because we stand out, and we need money. Farah, how you feel about stealing?
How much do we need?
Sorry.
Let's start with enough to get us through the day. Clothes first, money later, but enough to get us through the day. Figure it out from there.
Okay.
Can't really go around and collect information until then. Let's find a quiet spot and get as close to comfortable as we're going to get till then.
Victor, be careful. You may find your abilities do not work the same here as they did before.
Do my hands still work the same as they used to before? Because I think that's what we're relying on at the moment.
Just a word of warning.
I got the implication based on your statement previously. I'm going to assume your powers don't work, otherwise you wouldn't have drawn the conclusion.
Not all of them.
Well,
Some of my
we can always
powers
cheat.
Some of my powers rely on GN particles in the atmosphere, and some of them rely on the distortion of space-time around a given location, both of which seem to not be properly working. It appears as though GN particles do not exist in such abundance in this reality as they did in our own. So be aware.
Okay. So, for someone that does not understand any of that, I keep physically raising my hand. You cannot see my hands.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway,
To put it into normie terms, any of your powers, that goes for any of you guys. If you guys have any abilities that are based off of GN particles, good thing Iris isn't here. They don't work here. If you use any type of ability that deals with moving objects and or yourself across different planes, they also do not work here. So, i.e., for example,
so all of my powers work.
your teleport does not.
My dimension door would be the only thing that doesn't work. Everything else works.
Your various teleports do not work.
Yeah. Oh, would my Minovsky flight system still work? Or is it just dimensional movement?
I mean, Minovsky flight system is a mobile suit ability, and you don't have your mobile suit.
Right, you are. I keep forgetting that.
Any good casinos around here? Because I know somebody who can cheat. Because technically, we can literally just stand a corner and see people's cards and tell this man what their cards are. Cheat.
Implying they don't
Technically,
have
yes,
ways
I
to
can-
stop that?
There's way too many oofs, too many variables for us to assume that would work.
That's fair.
We are effectively muling babes left in the middle of the street right now.
Well, yeah, you're right. Actually, completely.
That's why I want Favor to go and get us stuff, because they use their own talents and their own physical ability to get the job done.
Mm-hmm.
If a number of my abilities may be on the fritz, it's better we don't rely on them at all. Like, we don't even know if mobile suits exist right now.
I mean,
Let's not beat
there's
around
a-
the bush.
there's a way to find out. I don't know if you'll like it, but I can find out like right fucking now.
That's if there's permit in the area, right? Like there's a mobile
Yes.
suit with permit that you can jump to. If permit
Yeah.
doesn't exist, what the fuck does that do to you?
Well, the ad probably sends my brain back to the other dimension.
Or you
Can
just
I-
die?
Can I not send my consciousness out but kind of feel around with a drive check?
Depends on your drive check.
I will
Okay.
give you new type boon for this. You have an extra D4 to your roll.
Roll
Okay,
me drive.
I'm gonna give it a try.
It's a spell I forgot I had.
How much
A D4.
do I get?
It's guided.
D4? Okay. 22.
You focus your mind, trying to step into another mobile suit like you have in the past.
I'm not trying to step into. I'm just trying to fill out for anything.
You feel permit in every direction.
Oh, good. I will relay that to our team.
So much so that it's almost overwhelming compared to how it was before.
Okay. There's a lot here, guys.
It might be safer for you not to attempt that jump then.
Yeah. At least not yet. We'll keep it as a backup in case.
Emergency only, let's say.
Although this might be a really, really good thing.
Has Farah left to go find us stuff already?
Not yet. We were just still.
Okay.
My bad. My bad.
All right. Looks like a pretty normal-ish town, all things considered. Right.
Yeah, this is like a New York City style city right now.
Lots of diners.
Yeah. There's a lot of diners, a lot of there is like a shopping route, like a shopping alleyway basically full of stands and like almost like a farmer's market kind of thing where like a lot of food and stalls and all sorts of stuff as well in the immediate vicinity.
I'm gonna look for probably one of the slightly lower budget diners that looks a little overwhelmed if there's anything in that territory.
Roll me investigation
Yeah, sure.
and insight because you're trying to,
Yeah.
you know.
Investigation, insight.
You see one, probably a nice few minutes jog for you, on the corner.
Investigation is very, very high on that one, yeah.
Yeah. You see one, chilling. It seems kind of busy, but it's also very run down at the same time.
That's perfect. I'm gonna poke my nose in and just kind of look around. Hey, I'm from out of the area. I'm a little rough on cash. Getting extra hands in here? Been traveling a bit, so I'm a bit exhausted, a bit worn down, but happy to help out. Day's work, day's pay.
You looking for a job?
Whatever you got.
Well, you're gonna have to fill out the application online, and then I'm gonna have to send you to 3 different interviews across the state. Then, in about 6 weeks, I'll call you back to do out some paperwork on the computer. And once you're done with that, about 2 months later, you'll have a job. How does that sound?
Counter argument. I forget my tips on the way out.
What? I see.
I just need to get some food in my belly, get a place to, maybe catch my breath.
All right. In the back with you. Start washing dishes.
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
And I'm going to do my best to just kind of cruise and just sponge up some intel while I'm here.
So while
Considering all
you're
the foot traffic.
working dishes, you do overhear a couple of things. So I want you to roll me perception, please.
Hey.
Hell yeah.
I actually, wait, let me, 1 second, I want to triple check a ruling, because I know rogues do stupid bullshit. I think in this edition, any train skill can't be below a 10, but I want to double check. Because that might actually shoot up to a 19.
Oh, Jesus.
I need to triple check on that, and I just want to, because I know I've messed that one up in the past. That one. The class is literally called Infiltrator here. Like, if I can't infiltrate, what am I doing? I wish this was slightly better formatted. Whatever you make unability check that lets you add proficiency bonus. Yeah, that's a 19.
Fun. All right. So it went from you hearing nothing to you hearing everything. So you're working there for about an hour so far. Tell me whenever you feel like stopping.
Yeah.
You overhear seems to be a very well-dressed gentleman, specifically speaking to the bartender about something about the Corpo Wars out on the Outer Rim. Speaking about how it's all over the news, supposedly. Something about a bunch of outlanders trying to infiltrate the system and colonize planets in our system. You also hear another person come in. Um, Kind of regular lady. Nothing too crazy, nothing too out of place about her. She mentions how Peel is trying to win the election currently for the primary holder of the overall corporation conglomerate. And if they were to win, they would develop technology to harness Jupiter's void's energy.
Okay, okay.
And lastly, you hear they look to be a very oddly dressed scientist. Their hair is very odd. They speak in a very monotone way of speech. Very, very odd looking gentleman. He's got like weird swept hair, like blue tips. It's very odd. And he specifically mentions that Shinsei is developing a new way to mine permit on Mercury and export it to all other planets in the system to help with the war effort on the Outer Rim.
Okay, okay, that's some really good intel.
Other than that, that's about all the info you've gotten so far. What would you like to do?
While I'm overhearing that last little bit, can I just lean in as like a quick question? Be like, wait, how are they mining all of that? Like, how much of payload are we talking here? Like, do they have big enough drills?
The scientist looks at you. Drills. Shinsei do not use drills.
Oh, of course not. Of course not. It's an operation that big.
Most of Shinsei is classified to the outer public. How? What do you know about the Shinsei Corporation?
Oh no, nothing. Sorry, it sounded like such a big, interesting. I was curious just how they were running such a.
Indeed, for the future of mankind as we know it, we must repel the invaders. The Shinsei Corporation is developing top of the line mobile suits out of permit and shipping it all throughout the system to deal with the war effort. Should those creatures ever break into the inner systems, the world may change for the worse. Our society, we cannot allow that to happen.
Yeah, so mining lasers then I guess, or I don't know much
Mining,
about permit. It's all like you said, very classified information.
not all information on permit is classified. You do know how permit is created, yes?
I mean, I just keep my head down. I just try to live day to day. I don't go too deep on like
Permit
researching the more science stuff.
permit is a unique metal found within most atoms that comprise mercury. It is unique in its ability to transfer not just electrical currents, but also data through what is known as the data storm throughout its physical matter. It is harvested from Mercury by effectively melting the planet itself down layer by layer, then taking the permit that rises from the bubbling magma of the surface of the planet and diffusing it, condensing it, and then using it for all forms of technology.
Yeah, that's so fascinating. I've always wondered just like the big details on how they do a lot of that stuff. Like I know the general way stuff works. It really just blows my mind. I guess I'm always just surprised at how powerful it is.
Indeed. For the future of mankind, permit will be necessary for our evolution.
Yeah, I too am really looking forward to the evolution of mankind. I'm hoping that goes well.
Indeed. Now, good day.
Yes, of course. Sorry. I just fascinating. I don't really get to learn a lot of this stuff in my free time. This is the party. You probably got some time while I'm.
Yes, so is meanwhile with the rest of the party, is there anything you guys would like to be doing?
I mean, Colorus is a good answer too. I was going with Hojo.
I don't have anything that really comes to mind. We're until we can blend in a little bit better, we can't really go out looking for information. And even if we could, I don't think we want to leave Archer by himself.
I will have you know, I was here on my own until you guys got here anyway.
You know what I mean.
Nice brag.
Why, thank you, Yolanda. Appreciate it. Now, you've sent your little one off to go amass information and coin, correct?
Clothing and coin, hopefully.
What
What
shall
was taking so long?
we-
I thought she would just go and steal it, honestly.
That's why I'm the professional. I mean, it's hard to steal a coin if you don't even know what the coin looks like or how they keep it. If they have like ID card, credit cards, like fuck.
Good point. Until we have a baseline, we can't look for any information. So all we can do is wait.
All right. Back to Feyre. While
Wait,
working. Oh,
It's-
yes, Yolanda?
Oh, I was gonna say. Ren, go ahead.
K1. Have you? No, wait, you haven't. You haven't tried connecting back to our worlds. It might be dangerous. Fuck. All right, I'm just gonna say it. I have some business to talk about with Archer alone.
Oh ho.
Do you all mind skedaddling for a bit?
Yes, actually. I mean, no offense to you when I say this, Yolanda. But the last time, the first time, I watched you and Archer have a conversation, you were ready to sell us up the river. And that was immediately before we got here.
Victor, let the woman speak.
She can speak. I'm just saying, not alone.
She can do what she damn well pleases, Victor.
I'll be right here as she does.
Yolanda.
Mm,
I wish to speak with somebody who is a bit more intimately familiar with my past and won't judge immediately upon hearing it. Is that so much to ask? I guess so.
My concern is that regardless of whether or not we are working together, I do not trust him alone with you. Is that fair?
I'll have you know, Victor, I've been alone with her longer than you've likely been alive.
That's fine.
Please don't say it like that.
But the only example I have to draw from is literally one conversation where, again, you were very close to selling us up the river. Throwing away everything you had worked on. Just because he asked. So, talk about whatever you're going to talk about. I do not know, well, Yolanda well enough to really judge her on any one thing. Because, let's face it, I've probably done worse. But I just don't trust you alone with her. Allies or otherwise. Is that a fair assessment? I'm keeping an eye, but I will stay out of earshot.
Fine. Do what you will. Archer,
Yes, Yolanda.
how involved were you with Mercury?
This whole time, have you thought I was to blame? Just because they gave me your promotion once you left? Do you think I, the mastermind behind that entire kerfuffle?
It's just a simple question, Archer.
I had nothing to do with Mercury. I was on your side in the matter, actually. I didn't want them to destroy it. Permit was a promising new material for weapons development and mobile suits, conversely. Seeing the planet itself go up in smoke is a shame. But I have an inclination on who was to blame for it.
Well, if it wasn't you and it wasn't me, I mean, who does that leave? Just her.
Indeed. Pearl. She always was the quiet type when she wanted to be. If it wasn't you who gave the order, and it wasn't me, the only one with enough power in the CFO to be able to enact that, and even with enough power to this day, my belief is that it's Pearl. Even the glassing of Earth wasn't my idea. It was hers.
And yet you
She
spearheaded the project.
spearheaded is a strong word, Yolanda. I was tasked with protecting it. I had no deal with its construction. I used it more as a home base than anything that allowed me to get around the system quicker. I did not want to glass my home world. But I didn't have an option in that situation, much like how you didn't have an option when it came to Mercury.
You know what I did when I learned what they were doing, what she was doing?
Pray tell.
Nothing.
So you let it happen. Much like how I let it happen to Earth as well. We may both be to blame in some instance, but we could both agree the Pearl is the true mastermind behind it. Correct? Pearl was there long before I ever joined. Long before you ever joined, and she's still there even now. With both of us gone, she's in complete control, even more so than she originally was. That's why we need to get back there. Not so I can be some monster like the rest of your friends think I am. So I can get to the bottom of this. Hopefully, with you by my side. And your friends, if they would wish it. He reaches his hand out, offering it to you.
I'm sorry for judging and sorry for just judging and jumping to conclusions about you.
And my apology for antagonizing your friends.
Quite that, always had brash, hot-headed about you.
I will attempt to keep my eccentricities under control, assuming your friends can also let bygones be bygones. We have a common foe, after all.
We're gonna be working together. I want us to right the wrongs that we've done upon our at the very at the very least work towards amending
I can attempt that. Now, what is our game plan, Commander?
Well, you said it best. We need to do whatever it is to get back ASAP. If Pearl's out there unattested, who knows what the hell she can do?
Indeed.
If this is if we're in a split timeline or alternate worlds, alternate take, I think either investigating Jupiter's void or where the timelines split apart. What is the difference? Where the butterfly effect stems from.
Indeed.
I think that might be our best bet to, I don't know, figure out where to go from there.
Agreed. Now, in the meantime, while this is all happening, Feyre, what you doing? Are you heading back? Are you?
I'm trying to at the very least get enough info for just like, how does the currency work? How are people paying? Is it all just on, card? Is it a credit system? Is it
So from like the hour and a half you've been there at this point, notably, you haven't seen people paying with a hard light currency.
Mm.
They kind of wave their hand above like a flat surface, and almost energy starts emitting from their palm, and then large coins made of hard light are then generated.
okay? That is really fascinating. Does make it hard to steal though.
Notably, you see how the interaction goes. Fundamentally, the payer generates the tokens on the table, and then the bartender kind of waves his hand over it, absorbing them into his own arm as well. It seems to be some sort of way to transfer currency in the physical space while still retaining a digitalized currency.
All right, so seems like I'm gonna have to take off someone's arm, guys. I hope you're all good to run.
Huh?
I'm joking. Just to walk into a store with somebody else's arm and just wave it in front of the cash register.
You just walk back to the party holding this arm, and then you just give it to him and like, fuck, guys, I had to beat an old lady with a stick to get that one.
Are there? Did she actually make it back to the party?
Well, and I
Okay, my bad.
was gonna head back shortly, partially again. Like, I don't think I'm gonna route this place because that is too low hanging fruit. So I'm just gonna route out like the second hour. Make sure I've turned over a large portion of whatever money I have, personally received.
So
Make sure I just kind of leave that. Yeah.
at the end of your shift, or when you decide to leave, you talk to the
Yeah.
boss, and he does the same thing as everyone else, kind of waves his hand in front of the table, and 6 large coins appear in front of you in hard light. Well,
I'm gonna try
ain't
and
you gonna take it?
Yeah, I'm gonna do my best to just mimic the movement.
You mimic the movement. The coins do not move. He gives you a very weirded out.
I'm gonna shove about half of the coins back across the table and just shove the other half into my bag and give them a bit of a nod.
He looks at you very confused, but ultimately doesn't say anything else.
Just take the bribe and get out of here.
Mm-hmm.
Make my way back to the party.
As Yolanda and Archer finishing the conversation, Iris appears right back, coming back from her little temporary employment, we'll call it that.
You mean Farah?
Oh, Feyre, yeah, sorry. What did I say?
Iris?
Iris, my bad.
Iris.
Juggling 2 parties, the same group.
Mm-hmm.
How'd it go?
Good news, bad news. I've got a good bit of intel. The void is real, so if that's how we're getting out of here, we still got the void. Got the way we came in.
Okay.
Currency is really fucky though.
How so?
She'll just kind of like open up her bag a little bit so people can just see the hacking Mario-esque coins that she's got in there. So these are supposed to be stored in the data sphere or something, which K1, could you just wave your hand over these for me real quick and just kind of like wish to pick them up for me?
Yeah, sure. Can I wave my hand over and try to absorb them, I guess?
Yeah, you attempt that. Nothing happens.
Oh, I had to hope. I wasn't sure if it was just the weirdness of this place or...
Are they? They're hard light, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Can I like physically pick one up?
Yeah, that's how that's how Feyre got him here.
Okay. Can I make an investigation check, see if there's like anything we can determine about them?
Yeah,
like
roll me
their
investigation.
value or I lost the window. There it is. 10.
You see some funny numbers on them. Like all of the coins say 100 on each coin. That's it.
Okay.
Can I
Do we know
can I
how
touch
much
one?
this is?
If you're just counting up the numbers on the coins and the amount of coins Feyre has, it would be $600 in coins.
600 fun bucks. 600 Dogecoin.
Yes.
V-Bucks?
Fuck.
Okay. Do we know how much this amount of money is worth compared to goods?
I mean, I watched how much some people were paying, so, you know, there is no... It's not nothing, but it was only a couple hours of work, and I made sure to leave some there so they didn't ask too many questions.
Okay. So it's not a lot, is what you're saying.
We need to go to a DD's or a thrift store or...
Well, I will say at the very least, while there's a lot of complexity in women's fashion, it is pretty easy to just look nice, regardless of whatever the weird time period we're in is.
Mm.
And I doubt anyone's going to question Yolanda's fashion sense.
I think it's more so for those of us that are wearing uniforms of a society that doesn't exist anymore. Eyeballs,
Me.
Archer.
That's fair.
Archer like looks around all confused, like, why is everyone looking at me?
You're wearing a CFO uniform, and we don't know if the CFO exists.
Oh. Let me
Yeah.
fix that real fast. He opens the PDA on his wrist, types in a couple of buttons, and suddenly you see the outfit on him almost melt away into his gauntlet, revealing a
His naked body?
Well, now he's really got attention.
All right, now you're a
revealing
streaker.
a
Like,
nice like studded vest with very nicely dressed attire. You know,
And I am standing there in a grubby trench coat.
does that work?
You need to look a
I
bit
don't
more
know.
homeless.
It's better. But is anyone else in the party wearing uniforms?
Yes. I'm wearing pretty much current military like gear.
Are you? Your body appeared without your enhancements.
I
In the
mean,
void.
it's
Has
Oh,
Skills
yeah,
been
am
walking
I
around naked
naked?
this entire time, or
He was wearing effectively the same outfit he was before.
okay? So
yeah, then I'm wearing mercenary gear.
mercenary gear. So not any kind of affiliated uniform then.
Probably a little too combat heavy for the civilization we're in. Because Pharaoh's also in mercenary gear, but she's also got a nicer outfit for infiltration, her main job.
That's true. I am just wearing a fucking trench coat over what I normally wear, so I think I'm good. If we could just lighten K111's kit a little bit, we should be okay. And what is Mio wearing?
It's a mercenary kit, but nothing. But it's a lot more. Yeah, it looks more like common wear.
Okay, so like base clothing, would you say? Like military base clothing
Yeah.
without affiliation? Effectively
It's like
olive drab clothes?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. You're wearing military gear. You're wearing military gear. You're wearing military gear. Yolanda.
Primarily wearing. She's wearing effectively scrubs and a doctor's coat.
Medical. Okay. Okay. Well,
we look like people that are supposed to be in the military.
we were on a military operation before we got here, so it'd be strange if we did have other clothes.
right.
I have some odd ideas. Do we see any weird terminals around?
In what way?
So like, you know how like ATMs are like an info kiosk or anything like that?
So, roll me investigation.
How about perception?
Sure.
Okay. Because the other one's really bad. That's still awful. 9.
9.
No, 7.
You don't see jack shit.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, it's persuasion. Yeah, no, 9. It's fine. But I still don't see shit anyways.
So what's our plan then? While you were before, was it before Feyre left or after she left that Archer brought up Mercury?
I think it was before.
I also think it was before. Okay. I think our current objectives right now, if our objective is to go back home, I'm preloading with that because I think we're still split on that decision. if our objective is to go back home, we have to look into the Jupiter's Void, which did we get information as to whether or not that exists from Feyre?
That is still there. There is still the void there, which means if that's our plane, that does still exist, but doesn't sound as colonized as our planes, as it is on our end. It is not as they're looking into mining it for energy. It also sounds like this place has gone very bureaucratic business. Kind of they were
Like a-
discussing elections as if it was for a government, but it's for the elected position of like the CEO of a business.
So it's a theocracy.
I don't know the full details. Again, I just skimmed what I could, but there are wars on the outer rims of the planetary systems, which are applying a lot of pressure.
With what?
I did not ask what we were fighting against because that felt like a really stupid question to ask.
Fair point. I'm sure we'll find a news broadcast somewhere that
But
should fill us in.
it was the Corpa Wars or something like that, and it is very recent. It is very big in the news. And then the Shinsei mining company, or the Shinsei company is mining permit right now. And that is a whole process. They got really weird when I asked if they were drilling for it. Don't know why.
Do I know how perma is mined?
You have an idea.
I mean, I was going to ask if I could roll history because I legitimately do not know.
Roll history, sure.
Okay. Oh, decent number. 17.
You know from your world, permit was originally mined on Mercury, by a colony that popped up that was outside of the CFO's radar. Once the CFO had heard about it, however, they effectively destroyed the entire planet to ensure that no permit got out, ruining the current economy.
Can I determine if these coins that we have are made from permit?
That's what I was going to ask.
Roll me investigation.
Okay. No. Actually, hang on. Do I have a thing for this? I might have a. Give me the button. Sorry, the fucking thing is fighting me. Nope. Okay. That's a 9.
You cannot tell. It seems to just be regular hard light.
Okay. Well, these don't appear to be made of perma, so.
I do know there's supposed to be a digital currency that you absorb. Maybe there's tech in your hand. Maybe I should have taken her arm. I really considered it.
I mean, that would have drawn some attention if we're going around paying with shit with someone else's arm.
Maybe
Probably better you didn't take it.
That's why I didn't rob this place either.
I have a dumber idea. Since the technology is more in my head, can I scan my head over one of them and see if my head absorbs it?
Sure. Please try.
Yeah, just
I need money. Just slamming coins.
They did it really
forehead.
quick. They did it really quick. So you want to just go?
Yeah. What do you want me to roll?
Drive.
Hell yeah. That is a nat 1.
You bang your head into this hard light and take 3 points in damage.
That's okay.
I think we're overlooking what is possibly the easiest solution to this. What if we just, open up a bank account here?
Wouldn't we have to have the arm thingy for that?
Which
A
brings us
legal
back to the
document.
prior question of do we exist?
Or what identification? Yeah.
That's why I was looking for a terminal.
I barely exist in our universe.
We should go to that Goodwill, though.
There's not much need for us to do that. I think if we need to get around anywhere that's of any kind of military function, even minor military function, we could pass off Archer as a businessman.
I don't think we should use our real names here.
You know, I almost guarantee you, definitely have never used this one before, but if we enlist, they probably won't look too hard at our credentials if they're sending us off to die anyway. And that'd probably be a really good way to get some ID.
Good point.
ID, mobile suits, weapons, a ship.
It worked last
really
time.
that's a really smart idea.
Gives us options.
I like it. Yeah, we have a field medic of soldiers.
And who in their right mind would hire a 58-year-old field medic?
People who are
People who are willing
desperate
to
for
send us
soldiers.
to die
Fair
against
enough.
the oncoming invasion.
You guys hired me and I can't read.
In fairness, it was a really easy contract.
She says, standing in the middle of an alternate dimension where we ain't got shit.
Oh no, I mean we pay K111 in hamburgers.
Fuck.
You know, that's
Do you ever hear a
technically
sentence
accurate.
and just question every life choice you've ever made?
I mean, she's not wrong. What is
That just
K1 gonna do with money? He doesn't know how to spend it.
That just hit Victor super hard.
Like just drawing up K111's contract. It's like, now do you want this silly paper writing book thing? Or do you want a hamburger?
I mean, I want to learn how to read, but I'll take the book.
Well, no, but like waving like a $5 bill.
Oh,
And then waving a hamburger.
I'll take the hamburger. I'll take the cheesy wheezy.
Alright, so just on the table, if we are hard pressed for identifications, we might be willing to like enlist or something along those lines, get some sort of ID going. But I do think trying a bank account of some description might be a good idea.
What? How much is it believable to say that we are immigrants that snuck into the country?
That is a very bad idea.
Well, I think that's believable to the point that'll get us thrown into a prison.
Right.
Yeah, not necessarily
last
whether or not they
case
even believe
scenario.
us, but they're currently at war with an invading something, and if we show up kind of sussy looking,
I mean, we're already sus. We're gonna be wearing military-ish garb that
I mean,
probably will not match anything.
I feel like we're just going through some steps that can just be skipped, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, let's just walk down the street.
I mean, we could just take whatever we're going to use, right? It would not be the first time this band of chucklefucks has broken into a secure military facility.
of course not. But I'm just
And
At
that's
the very least, somebody
before
will
I
know.
was here.
Well, we can probably start by stealing a car.
I
Get
was just
around.
thinking it would be a lot easier to move stolen money than to wander around carrying stolen goods. I mean, hopefully, with how the money works here, maybe not, but
Yeah.
if you steal a shirt, you're wearing the shirt the whole time. Steal $5 to buy a shirt.
Like we're starting from zero. We got to get to space. Let's figure out what we need and what we can get.
We need to find the black market.
We don't have the money for a black market, so we need
Well, no,
money.
I'm saying we have a little bit. We can use it in the fighting pits or whatever. Like, and just get money that way.
We need to see if there's fighting pits.
Yeah, no, we gotta go. Let's go.
All right. How about this? Let's go around and get as much information as we can. We can blend in pretty much anywhere the way we're dressed now. We can blend in quite a few places. Let's split up, meet back here in an hour, see what we can find. If they have a hard, takeable currency, then let's see what we can do with it. Does that work for everybody?
Agreed.
Oh, and someone's got to pair up with Archer.
That'll be myself.
I was gonna volunteer. He seems smart. I seem dumb. I don't know.
You have already tried to start a fight with him.
Yeah, but I said I was gonna work with him. As long as listen. I'll work with him. Yolanda, listen.
You'll work with him after you've taken all of his teeth.
It's fair. All right. Well, who wants to team whip with me?
Oh fuck! You can't read.
Yeah, it's the whole point of teaming up. Come on, big man. You and me.
I'm going to regret this, aren't I?
Let's go.
Then I guess it's just you and me, Beaver.
All right, let's do this.
All right. So what is your plan exactly?
Pretty much just split up and try and get as much information as we can.
Oh, splitting the party.
Splitting the
You
party.
just got us plenty of information.
I mean, I think all of us have a different ideas of what information is more important than others.
All right.
So kind of give everybody the opportunity to kind of pursue what they think is more important right now.
So you guys are splitting into how many groups?
3 groups.
3 groups.
Jesus. Okay. Cool. Who wants to be first group then?
That'll be the lovers.
Who?
So you and K111?
Who?
Yolanda
Victor
and
K111?
No, Yolanda and Archer.
Ah. I. Well.
Second group is myself and K1, and the third group is Ashley, or not Ashley, Feyre and Mio.
Well, Yolanda, you ready to go look around?
So
Indeed. Now then. Which way shall we go, Yolanda?
mm. We need a bunch of information about
You just cut out real bad.
shit. We need to scrounge up information about Jupiter, right?
Jupiter or Mercury. If we can find out. From what I can gather, permit is rather prevalent in this world. The CFO prevented that from happening on our own, by effectively destroying the source of it on Mercury. If this world is as flush with it as it seems, it would appear that Mercury is still up and running. So finding out what happened to that and how it's operating currently could be a good idea. But,
Uh,
Commander, I will do as what is needed of me.
no. This is just a limb of a theory, but Grant, given the fact that your connections were all dead, and the fact that Mercury permit is prevalent in this world, maybe that the CFO, in its state as we know it, never existed.
Very
It-
fair.
Who knows if it was even celestial being or who knows? I don't have a game plan.
Well, we have a couple of routes we can take. We can head to the north up to that shack that your friend Feyre went to. Get more information from that general area. We can head west down this alleyway where all the markets seem to be. East doesn't necessarily seem to be an option as it's a bunch of empty nothingness. And the remaining direction, it appears that leads to the edge of town. And, assumedly, the island. Where would you like to go, Yolanda?
Mm. Yeah. It pains me to say this, but I think the least conspicuous route for us to gather information would probably be in the marketplace, masquerading as a senior couple.
As you wish, my commander.
Just remember that it's acting.
Of course. I wouldn't have it any other way.
All right, we go that direction.
All right. Heading that direction, you see dozens and dozens of shops down this alleyway. Some for produce, some for other, cooked food stands, some for odds and ends, kind of a swap meet a kind of deal here. Trinkets, crafted doodads, all sorts of stuff line the streets. Notably, like I mentioned, some food stalls, which are nice. Lots of people kind of gathered around those. And various retro tech shops, that kind of stuff. Almost anything you could think of, you can realistically find here.
I think you picked the worst person to start off with.
This is why we shouldn't have broken up into 3 groups.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we should have picked 6.
That's right. Just send K1 in a random direction. See what happens.
Mm-hmm.
Um, fuck. Is there are there any like bookstores or libraries in the vicinity?
In the street, not particularly. Most of these are just what you'd find in like a standard swap meet scenario. So like there are some like old tech shops maybe if you're looking for something along those lines. There are food stalls, there are antiques and stuff like that. Nothing inherently like a library or that's selling like tomes or books or anything, no.
Um, I guess we go to the most populated area, listen in on conversations happening.
All right. So that would be specifically the electronics boutique to your right. Around this stall is probably a dozen or so people all clamoring, yelling over each other for something.
Perception check to see what it is.
Go ahead and roll it. You hear something. You hear them yelling about some sort of video game console from way back when. Nothing really catches your eye, however.
Oh, they're talking about the Ouya.
Nah,
Yes,
it's
you
the
were able to
Soulja Boy
ascertain it.
console.
At first, you couldn't quite realize, but then your mind pieced it together. They are screaming about something called the Ouya. As you listen in, however, you do hear rumblings about some of the stuff going on. Some people conversing with one another. You effectively start overhearing a few different conversations. You have one that seems to be about business, one that seems to be about pop culture, and one that seems to be about politics. Which would you like to hear?
Politics.
What you overhear is effectively a bunch of information about the election coming up. Specifically how Peel Industries is kind of seen to be winning yet again after 10 consecutive electoral victories. The chances of their competitors being all but never going to happen. The competitors in question are specifically referred to as, let me pull up the name, the Fobler motif.
And can I ascertain what the general reception to this information is? Like, the way are they talking? Is it like, oh, looks like Peel's gonna win again, or is it, ah, gosh, dang it, Peel's winning yet again, big shocker.
The second one. They don't necessarily seem too enthused about their corporate overlords.
Didn't think so. Hmm. And what were some of the other conversations going on?
So you missed out on most of them because you were focusing on one. They were all happening
Fair
in
enough.
at the same time. Now, if you'd like to listen in on more conversations,
Yes, because
please
I'm
pray tell.
directionless.
Would you like to listen to another one about politics? One about the video games industry? Or another one about mobile suit production?
Mobile suit production.
Overhearing the conversation, you hear them mention mobile suits, which immediately perks your ears because you hadn't heard anything about mobile suits up until this point. They're specifically talking about allowing Gundams to be used in the primary military in the war. Apparently, there's been a lot of fighting over whether or not they should be allowed. The war itself seems to be in a level of perpetuity, but the people you overhear talking are saying, what if maybe those Gundams could help turn the tide? Too bad Peel Industries doesn't want anything to do with them. Well, Yolanda, we found what we were looking for.
Hmm. Not really.
What is it exactly that you're looking for?
I don't know, Archer.
Hmm.
A lead, anything. I've, I've been out of this game for a while.
Well, Yolanda, it's not like one's just going to fall out of the sky, now is it? We need to work for it.
Guess information gathering would be. It's been about as fruitful as it can be, I guess. I think maybe our best bet is to just get our hands on.
Psst. Psst. Hey. Hey, you two. Yeah. Two of you. One's grazing the gills. Hey.
Yes. Why the whispering?
So, I couldn't happen but notice that you guys didn't have uplinks. It's pretty rare. How'd you manage that? Oh, trust me, I'm no snitch. I'm just curious. You don't see people without uplinks in these parts very often. And usually when you do, they're not quite as out in the open as the rest of you. Well,
And whatever gave you the impression that we don't have uplinks?
the simple fact that they're not attached to your arm on the palm. I'm very perceptive.
And would we be the first people you've ever met without uplinks?
Oh, no, no, no. My line of work, I deal with people like that all the time.
Archer, I don't trust him. Should we shake him down?
No, buddy. Can we actually help you with something? Or am I going to have to deal with you? No, I'm curious. Like, I'm just looking for information, pal, you know? I, you know. Like, if you know, man. You know.
If I told you that we were dimension hopping travelers just passing by, what if I said we were just very off world? What if I said that we're just really good at hiding it? What would you say to any of those?
You. You're one of them, aren't you? Notably, this person in front of you is visibly terrified of you now. Like, their demeanor has completely changed. They are genuinely terrified of you now. Whatever you said just set him off. You're one of them. Guards! Police! Police! They're car fuckers! Police!
Excuse me?
I'm sorry, run that back.
Sorry, inside joke with me and Ren. Disregard the car fuckers. Anyway.
That's outright scream. They're car fuckers!
Please, Ren, can you please link them the video for watching after the stream? Do you guys know who Pleakley from Lilo and Stitch is?
Mm.
Yes.
So what if I told you the actor who plays Pleakley did a comedy, like a short movie about car fuckers? Anyway,
Weird.
off
Yeah,
topic.
okay.
Off topic. Anywho. This person runs away screaming at the top of their lungs. And within mere moments, Yolanda and our good friend Archer are confronted with two police officers clad in steel armor. Is there a problem here, you two? Y'all seem to have the riffraff here in a tizzy.
Mm.
Well, cat got your tongue?
This gentleman came up to us and started accusing us of the wildest things. I thought we were doing a comedy bit. I thought we were just playing along. I went with saying some outlandish things, and that seems to have upset him.
Well, according to his uplink, it appears as though you told him that you were not of this world. Is that correct?
It was a joke.
Can I see your uplink, ma'am? I need to process your information and whereabouts for the last 180 days. Hello? Anyone there? Knock, knock.
I just give Archer a look like, fuck, you ready to just bolt?
Yolanda, you know I could take them, yes? We could take them, yes? What was that, sir? Are you wishing violence on a police officer?
I thought these people.
Officer, may I see your credentials first? You know, I don't feel comfortable sharing my uplink with somebody that doesn't have credentials.
Article Code Section 3. If an officer asks for uplink permission, it is required by any and all civilians if under jurisdiction of a centralized city structure. In other words, you do as I say if you're in my city. Now, uplink now.
While he was saying all that, I'm like slightly sidestepping, trying to draw his attention and get his attention away from Archer, and I just give Archer a look. Like, now. Now.
Archer looks back at Yolanda and is kind of confused. So he punches the cop right upside the head as hard as he can. Upon making contact, this police officer goes flying. Like, comically goes flying through a window in a third-story building. The other cop just kind of looks at him, looks back at you, looks back at the hole now on the third story of the building behind him, looks back at Archer. Archer just cracks his knuckles and starts walking away. Well, is that what you wanted, Commander?
Good enough. Is that scrawny fuck still around here? That shady fuck?
Roll me perception.
20.
Jesus. You can piece him out in the crowd. He was hiding behind, like, basically hiding behind the building, on the exit of this alleyway.
Archer, let's grab him, gag his mouth, and let's get the fuck out of dodge.
Wouldn't that just bring more attention to us, Yolanda?
This fellow seems to have, what he claims is true. He deals with uplinks. He can get us some form of uplink.
As you wish, Commander. You guys begin heading towards the direction. What are you gonna try to do, Yolanda? Are you gonna have the NPC do all the work for you?
What is this individual doing?
He's hiding, and now the moment he sees you coming for him, he starts booking it.
Probably look to see if any of my, if I can even use any of my new type abilities or talents or whatever the fuck. Cyber new type.
What ability are you going to try to use?
I'm just looking at what I have. Psycho disable.
And you're gonna use that to
Blind him.
All right. Roll to see if it hits, or what do you have? What is that? You know.
He has to make a wisdom saving throw.
Lovely. Yeah, he doesn't save. Crazy how that happens.
All right, he's blind.
He keeps running and eventually bumps into Mio. Bumps into Mio while they're just getting back from their thing. And now we flash back to when everyone was leaving. And meanwhile, Mio's team, what are you guys doing?
We're going to look for homeless people.
Not exactly how I was expecting this day to go, but you know what? We're watching homeless people today.
I would like to introduce Mio to Amir and congratulate them.
I said people, not person.
It's us. We're both. We don't have like we're new here. We don't really have options in that regard. But no, I see it's
Find a
going.
homeless shelter. Assess them with the locals. Try and see if we can find a veteran or two.
All right. Are you guys? So you guys are you guys heading up by kind of like by the diner where all those people were, and maybe hoping if one of them is homeless? I guess.
We're going to look for people just in the street begging for money.
All right. Roll me perception.
That's a 20.
Jesus, all of you guys are 20s. You notice a you notice a homeless you notice a homeless woman lying on the street directly to your left, right across the road.
Can I like see if it looks like she was like a vet, if she has like any wounds from like a war or something?
I mean, you kind of can't tell from where you are because she's like bundled up in like a giant coat as like a blanket lying on the ground. But you're gonna have to play Frogger and get across the street before you can get that information.
Don't go across the street then.
All right, roll me a acrobatics, please.
Not 20.
God damn it! You Frogger your ass all the way there. High score. Congratulations. You look ahead of you, homeless person lying in sleep in front of you. Now that you're this close, you can visibly tell that this person is missing an arm.
Did Fairy restore it?
Uh-huh. You gonna ask them that?
Yep.
Of course.
Fairy, did you steal this woman's arm?
I mean, Farah's not there. Oh, you're doing over the comms.
Yeah, I'm still across the street because I'm not playing Frogger. No, you would have seen it. Oh, never mind. I, the nonsense of this question.
I nudged the homeless woman to wake her up.
Uh-huh. Grumpily, she kind of opens her eyes, moves the jacket away. The fuck do you want?
I was wondering if I could bundle up with you tonight.
Fucking what? I'll swing that way, girlie. Go the fuck away.
I've recently lost my hand, and I was just wondering if you could help me.
Yeah, fucking. It's a lot of sidewalk. Join the rest of us.
Thank you. What's your story?
Trying to sleep.
My parents were both in the military when I was young.
Oh, goody.
They did. So when
Ah.
I grew up, I wanted to be just like them.
Cool.
I've been meaning to ask, how did you lose your arm?
She kind of gets up, visibly kind of pissed off. You're not quite sure why exactly.
I'm pretty sure why.
She just looks at Mio right in the eyes. Kind of blinks a couple of times, very kind of dead-eyed. You just rolling from Stupid Town?
And a bit away from the Idiotville.
Mm. Go talk to someone who cares. There's no need to pity someone like me.
There's a difference between pity and interest.
Mm-hmm. Keep talking, buddy.
I would have ended up like you if I didn't have a special someone. Just
Mm-hmm. Just so someone could leave you to die. Cool.
they'd never even got that option.
Mm-hmm.
They were gone before I even knew it.
Yeah. Cool.
What's your name?
Ruby.
I'm Mia. Nice to meet you.
Uh-huh.
Where do you know where homeless people like us will be able to get some food, water, and any necessities?
No.
Have you just given up?
No, I haven't given up. I'm still trying to sleep.
You're gonna die if you keep on sleeping.
What? Are you gonna be the one who kills me? Go ahead. End my suffering. But don't prolong it any longer. I'm really sick and tired of hearing you yammer on about all of your pretty life, your pretty loved ones, and you're here just pitying me. Leave me alone.
My life wasn't as pretty as you are.
I will kill you.
So you do still have some fight left in you.
Roll for fucking initiative.
What the fuck happened? We're looking for information. You're fighting the homeless. What the fuck are you doing?
Yo, this went to K111 way really quick. I'm just saying.
All right.
For both parties.
Homeless lady goes first. She stabs you.
I got 21.
Yeah, she got 25. She's real fast. All right, that's a 17 to hit.
That hits.
Cool.
Completely forgot.
That's 21 damage. It is now your turn.
I'm just looking to see if I have the thing that makes it so I take off damage.
Are you a... What are you?
A scout.
Scout? Probably fucking not. You're a ranger, my guy.
Oh, yeah, I do. Uncanny dodge. I can half it.
Oh, you mean an infiltrator?
No. He has the right of it.
Oh, just let's get okay, dodge, damn. All right.
Yeah, they get it as part of their recon specialization, I think.
Nice. This is.
Lovely. Well, it's still Mio's turn.
Yeah, you have uncanny dodge, but you don't have evasion. That's what it is.
I think I use my. I use disengage and try and flee.
You try to flee. All right.
I'm not killing someone in broad daylight.
Are you like, where are you
They're
running?
killing
Are
you
you
in
running
broad
back into
daylight.
the street?
Sure.
Roll acrobatics.
You're gonna get hit by a car.
Acrobatic. Ooh, that's an 8.
All right, cool. If I roll better, you get hit by a car. That is a critical hit from the car.
Holy shit.
You hit by a
Did
car.
you just lose a fight with a homeless person?
No, I got hit by a car.
I
I got
thought we
hit
were
by
in
a drunk
Canada.
driver.
Apparently, we're in San Diego. Jesus fucking Christ.
No. We really are in Detroit. We really are in Detroit.
Crying.
It's
Oh
a stolen
my
car that
God.
killed me.
Holy shit. How
much
did this get so
car
wrong?
damage?
I don't think it matters because they already took 21 and they've got to have like what 40 health.
Well, no, they
I
have the
took 10.
21. They took like 10.
Oh yeah, they took 10.
It's 20 points of damage from the crit. No, wait, that's 40 points of damage from the critical hit car.
Well, 20 because I'm going to half that.
You uncanny dodge the car.
Holy shit.
If you can dodge
God.
traffic, you can dodge them all.
I was just about to say it.
Oh my God.
If you could dodge this knife, never mind. If you could dodge the car.
Fucking hell. Oh my God, I can't believe this. So you take 20 damage from car.
Fuck happened?
I mean, doesn't uncanny dodge require you see it coming?
Fucking immediately we have somebody who's kidnapping Huntail's fucking bullying the homeless.
We gotta up our game.
Oh, we really
We're just
do.
gonna start killing people in the street.
I gotta just rip somebody's arm off. Hey, I need your arms for coins, G.
I'm gonna go buy a soda. Hang on.
All right, cool. Fuck, that little kid gif gets me every time. So you now have been hit by a car
And took like a champ.
and uncanny dodge like a champ. I'm gonna need you to roll acrobatics to get off the fucking road. Otherwise, you get hit by another car.
Does that isekai you back to the first dimension
10.
or into a third dimension?
You successfully evade the second car. Roll me acrobatics once more, please.
10 again.
You're able to get off the street. You have successfully made it to the other side of the road, however broken and bloodied as you are. The homeless person on the other side of the street is just glaring at you, holding the bloodied knife in her hand.
I wave at her. Does the car that hit me at least stop?
No.
Fuck. It's rough out here in Detroit.
So, what are you doing?
Besides losing a fight against a homeless woman.
I won that.
You
want the
got
car?
stabbed for 21 damage and then got hit by a car for 40. You got
And I'm-
critical hit by a car.
This is Wimplo. We trained him wrong as a joke. I am the one bleeding. That makes me the victor.
Oh my god.
All of the combatants who tried to fight me have stopped. Clearly, I won.
Uh-huh.
The car,
Clearly.
please. The woman isn't even chasing me.
Mm-hmm.
Great success.
Great success, yes. Definitely. Anyway, after a few moments and you collecting yourself after your near brush with death, another kind of disheveled person runs right into you. Before you lies Yolanda and Archer. It appears as though they were chasing after this person who bumped into you. And now we roll right back to Victor's team.
I have a plan.
I would like to hear out what your plan is first.
We're gonna go find the shadiest dude possible, and find the black market.
So you just want to go around asking people at random where the
No.
black market is?
No, we're gonna find the shadiest dude possible.
That literally does not change my comment.
We're gonna walk around randomly until we find someone. Yeah.
I've got a different train of thought in mind.
Okay, but we're still like black market, right?
Let's backdoor that. We need to have a lot of money in order to do literally any goddamn thing on black market.
Well, here's the thing. If currency works with, you know, if currency works with, and I can control it and manipulate it in some fashion, we might have
Which
to
you
not
can't
worry
because
about
you
money.
headbutt your fucking head into it.
Well,
We've
that's
already learned
different.
you can't.
That's why I'm saying we got to go to black market and get one of those hand thingies. Get one installed.
Right, but if we just go around asking people, we gonna get cops called on it.
Not people. Listen, you act as if you've never seen a drug dealer before.
I used to be a cop. I used to exclusively deal with drug dealers before.
Good, then it should be easy.
can't leave you alone,
So-
but this is a bad idea.
Sometimes I
Can we-
forget we have K111 in the party, and then situations like this remind me instantly.
Can we follow
Let's-
my train of thought before we just go and just poke the law in the face?
Yeah.
Okay. I want to use whatever public information is available to us to find out where the closest military base is.
You're not gonna outdo us at that, right? Like, you gotta put some more.
Well, you'll see.
We'll see how this goes. Like, my train of thought one may still land where Skills is going, but, more subtle.
Uh-huh.
So, yeah, military base. I'd like to know where the location of the closest military base.
And who are you going to ask for that?
I would prefer not to. Like, if there's a public repository of information, there's an internet system, I can just Google it.
In
Right.
terms of your current location, north is where Farah and them went. They're currently dealing with a homeless lady. Down the alleyway is where Yolanda went. So now, realistically, if you're trying to go a different direction than the other two, you have the east, which is basically just, it looks like it's a street that goes on forever, full of just random buildings and everything, nothing really discernible. Or you have the edge of town south of you. So if you'd like to try one of those directions and see if you can find something like that, sure. But just tell me the direction you want to go in first.
Let's go east then, because edge of town seems like it would have less information.
All right.
I mean, I feel like the edge of town is where less cops would be. That's all I'm saying.
Right, except we're trying to not be suspicious for 5 fucking minutes. And some
Well,
of
we're
us
trying to-
plan to succeed that mission,
Well, we're trying to find sus
despite the
people,
fact
Jack.
that everyone else has fucked that up.
You don't know that
We'll go
they
your way.
fucked everything up yet.
Listen,
Victor doesn't.
we will go your way for now.
Anyway, yeah, just try to find some sort of publicly available internet access. Wi-Fi in a restaurant, it doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm. All right, so you begin to head east, following the sidewalk. Nothing immediately jumps out. Do you guys want to roll investigation? Maybe see if you can pick something up?
I'll roll investigation.
Can I roll perception?
Sure.
Thank you. I nat one. Never mind. I got distracted by the butterflies.
18.
18. As you're walking down the street, you do notice a newsstand. Maybe they'll have some information that you can ascertain.
A newsstand?
Indeed.
That'll put me in the right direction. Does he have any prices listed on anything?
Nope.
All right.
No, I'm money.
Reading over headlines that I'm seeing. Like, does he have like physical papers out?
Yes.
Okay. So yeah, just want to glance over headlines that are showing on tabloids, actual newspapers, magazines, anything of everything. If I
Kill
can.
Technologies set to win election for 10th time in a row. The war on invaders continues. Gundams on the front line. Mistake, myth, or Messiah? Which one would you like to check?
I'm going to. There's a physical dude working the stand, right?
Yes.
I'd like to pick up the one that says invaders, war with invaders.
Yes.
Just kind of glance over it real quick. As long as that business, I'll talk to the dude. As long as that business stays on the outer rim, I don't see an issue, right? Not like it's going to make its way this way, right?
You looking to pay for that?
I'll put it back. I'm just making conversation. Trying to stay current. Doing a terrible job.
No uplink on you, huh? Don't worry. I won't hold it against you. You traveling in from the Outer Realms?
Yeah, made our way in and hoping to avoid the trouble going on out on the rim.
Indeed. What's it like out there?
Shit's fucked.
I want you to imagine the worst thing you've possibly seen and multiply it by cancer.
Seems pretty bad. What's the war looking like?
Rough.
So you think they'll eventually make it out here, huh?
I'm hoping they don't, but I mean, it's war. Anything can happen. Honestly, I'm hoping to head down to the nearest military base and enlist, but I haven't been able to find out where that is yet.
You know what they say, war does change. Nearest military base is on the edge of town. You head back down to the square, head south, edge of town, the flotilla right outside. That's the military base. Head to the docks. They'll give you the information you're looking for.
I appreciate that. Thank you. And I'll take one of the coins that I've got on me that I never gave back from when I picked it up earlier.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll pass that to him.
Thank you kindly.
Thank you.
Can I ask him, hey, by chance, do you know any place around here where a soldier can buy some let's just say less than reputable things?
Your friend here.
There is a slow, practiced hand that comes up to pinch the bridge of Victor's nose.
Your
All
friend
right.
here's trying to join the military and you're looking for illegal goods. Let me guess. Trying to get yourself some uplinks?
Wow. Will they accept us if we don't have them?
No one will accept you here without an uplink, kiddo.
Yeah. You seem legit. Just trying to
Oh,
find
do
out
I
where we can
now?
get one. Well, seemed like looking like somebody would help us out. That's all.
My pal Barnaby. He usually peruses the shopping district to the west of here. He'll hook you up. He's a little skittish, though. Be careful with him.
Well, see what we can do. Thank you again.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
I'll start walking away and slap K1 across the back of the head.
It was useful information.
You said this fucking shadiest guy we could find, and you asked the first motherfucker we talked to.
Man, he immediately knew that we didn't have them and didn't snitch.
I'm not saying you're right. I'm saying you're lucky.
Well, I mean, luck is all I got. I'm still alive, aren't I?
By some fucking grace of some terrible fucking entity, yes.
Oh, then seems like luck is on my side. And he's gonna stride happily down the street.
Hate him. Hate him. Kill him.
I mean, it would be a
Okay.
simple measure. You'd be able to in a quick instant with some of your powers.
Not out of a mobile suit. Turns out, out of a mobile suit, I really don't have a whole lot for killing people. If you can believe it.
It's crazy how that part works, huh?
I know. I could make him dumber, but I don't see that as an advantage.
Dumb
I
luck.
mean, if you make him any dumber, he may not know how to breathe, and that may just solve your equation instantly.
Anyway. Excuse me. Yeah. If I can't assume we're gonna have time to actually look into the military base, so I'll head back to the group.
So you head back to the square, where you hear honking and screeching and a crash to your right. Looking over, you see Mio get hit by a car, dodge it, dodge another car, dodge a third car, and then just barely land on the street.
I'm sorry, what was that comment about luck earlier?
And then you see a skittish little, like, crackhead bump right on into him, while Archer and Yolanda are in pursuit.
Pursuit of the crackhead?
Yes.
Yep.
I guess I will look both ways before crossing the street. And then I'll cross the street.
Mm-hmm.
Are you gonna make me do perception checks before I walk across the street?
No, because you had the forethought to ask.
Okay.
I will follow
You
after
look both ways and you
K111.
wait until it's clear.
Exactly. If you guys would have just said that, I would have been like, okay, you get to pass. But no, you're like, I'm gonna run into traffic.
I will follow after K111. What the fuck did you people do?
I watched. I watched.
Who's this guy? Why are you two chasing this guy?
So Mio probably needs immediate medical attention. Just
No, I'm
as the
good.
heads up. No, okay.
I just watched you do a fucking triple gainer after eating shit off of a car bumper. You need medical attention.
I'm gonna chase after the crackhead.
Oh no, the crackhead is like dazed from getting hit.
Okay.
How the fuck do you still have a pelvis after taking that hit?
Some exercise, a healthy breakfast.
I don't know if you know this, but I want to talk to you about branding because getting hit and doing dumb shit is actually my specialty.
You gonna copyright claim actual stupidity?
Yes.
The difference between you and I is that
What
I
are
have
you,
flair.
fucking Disney? Thank you. Anyway,
Anyway,
What is this fucking episode?
chaos. That's
sandbox.
what it fucking is.
Pure genius.
this is a fucking sandbox, and at least 3 of the players are eating the sand.
Uh-huh.
Tell me I'm wrong.
Oh, you're not.
I'm eating gravel.
He's having fun. It's good.
Oh, anyway, who are you? Who are you? Sorry. Who's this guy? Who are you?
Don't hurt me.
I'm
Calm
not
down.
gonna hurt you, my guy. What did
What's
you
going
do
on?
to him? I literally left Yolanda. I thought you could handle dealing with Archer, and instead we have this panicked fucked.
I punched a police officer through a building.
Okay, so we need to go.
Yeah.
No,
Um,
I dealt with it.
What's with this guy?
Ugh.
I'm sorry, sir. What's your name?
Barnaby.
Oh,
Oh,
Barbie,
oh,
that's-
you are coming with us. Okay.
Don't put it like that. Now he's crying.
Listen, it's not what you think.
Barnaby,
Listen,
your friend over there at the newsstand told us to come and speak with you, or told me and my friend here to come and speak with you. I don't know what the fuck these two did, and I am sorry if they upset you.
They don't have links.
Well, no, none of us have uplinks. We were told you could help us get uplinks.
Yeah. Deep breath. Listen. In and out. Ready? Breathe. 5 seconds in. 3 seconds out. Come on, buddy. Ready? Breathe in. Breathe out. That doesn't help. Can we take him to a side street?
You guys are gonna drag him into a fucking alleyway?
I'm not dragging. I'm walking.
I mean, he
him.
is kind of making a scene.
What is
Listen,
this fucking episode?
I sincerely swear you will not be hurt. Come on. Come here.
What do you guys want?
I
Uplinks.
just told you we're looking for uplinks so that we can properly move around in this unfamiliar society.
You want uplinks? Okay.
What did you do? I turned to Yolanda.
Okay.
What did you do?
Did you guys liquefy someone or something? Like, what the shit?
I might have.
he immediately noticed our lack of uplinks and
Yeah.
asked nosy questions, and I just told him. I told him what I thought he wanted to hear, and he didn't like it.
And what did you say?
What I said
she
is
said that they're
irrelevant.
ELS.
The fuck is an EL?
The fuck is an ELS?
Wait. What?
Oh wait, hang on. Victor would actually know what an ELS is, though, wouldn't he?
Yes, he would.
Okay. We're not. Hang on. No, none of us are ELS. I had to think for a second. None of us are ELSs. I don't think.
Archer, you're not an ELS, are you?
What? An ELS?
Not as far as I'm aware.
Do you remember your robot friend?
Yes.
The thing that was infused in his brain for a bit?
Oh.
Kind of that, but not really.
Oh.
Think that, but worse.
Oh, you have no idea.
Yeah, we're not that.
I said worse. Anyway.
Oh no,
yeah,
not
no,
about
not-
that.
K111 will be. Anyways,
No, we're not ELSs. Which actually answers some questions. We are. I'm not sure how delicately we need to put this.
travelers.
So you're not invaders.
No, we're not
No.
invaders. We are definitely in unfamiliar territory. We are definitely not where we should be. And we are most certainly here on accident.
Oh, phew.
And we're
Phew.
trying to find a way home.
Grey Gills over
Um,
here said that you guys were, and I was freaking out.
I said nothing of the sort. I
You said you weren't from this universe.
That is actually correct.
So you are ELS.
We're not
That's
ELS!
not- That's not how that works.
Unless ELS means something different here than it does where we're from.
Hey,
These
hey, hey!
aren't metallic shapeshifters pretending to be human.
No.
If we were metallic shapeshifters, couldn't we just shapeshift a fucking whatchamacallit onto us?
Hey, if we
That's a
were metallic
fantastic point.
shape, if we were metallic shapeshifters, would our friend actually be coughing up blood since they literally just got hit by a car?
You can see the blood trail right there.
Do we have to do like a blood check? Like, what do you want? There's
Fair
bone in
enough.
here.
Let me put it in a this. Do you know what alternate timelines are?
That's a stretch.
No.
That's a stretch. Suffice to say, we are not where we are supposed to be, and we are trying to get back. But we need uplinks so that we can properly move around in this society without doing shit like that. Actually, just gesturing to Mio.
My concussion doesn't agree
We're
with your statements.
I'm of the idea that we need to find a military, but that we need to ingratiate ourselves with a military base. One of my friends here wants to dig a little bit deeper into the black market and see if there's some other goods we can acquire. But we need uplinks so that we can move around unnoticed. Otherwise, we actually stick out like sore thumbs.
Agreed. My supplier can get you uplinks. I can arrange a meeting with her post haste.
I can
And
make
who's
it
your
worth your
supplier?
while.
What
Oh,
does that mean when we have no money?
I have weapons from another dimension, dude.
Okay, good luck.
I'm pretty sure they know what a fucking 9mm is.
No, I mean I have my assault rifle. We don't know that they're the same here as they are there.
Yeah, good. You
You're
go sell
not
that. We'll finish
incorrect.
this talk here.
We'll have to
Let me-
compare notes.
They certainly have knives.
They definitely have shivs, yes.
Let me get my supplier on the horn and I'll arrange a meetup. Give me a few moments, please.
Never out of sight. Not letting them leave my sight.
Smart. Okay. I found out where the military base is. I'm talking to the rest of the party. We found out where the military base is. If we need to, we can either just break in and take what we need, or we can enlist and just take their shit whenever we feel like it. It's a flotilla on the edge of town.
Yes. Hello. How's it going, Minerva? I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I got 5 refugees here. They need uplinks.
6.
It's 5. He had it right. Don't miss. Oh, it is 6.
What do you mean it's 6?
Archer?
Archer.
Archer.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Sorry,
Never
it's
mind.
actually 4. Can't count.
6.
Fuck off.
Yes, Minerva. All right. I'll send them to the meeting spot. Fare thee well. And fight on. I will be sending you all coordinates. You'll be meeting with my supplier, Minerva. She'll get you your uplink sorted.
How are you gonna send it to us?
What?
How
No,
are you
we don't
gonna send
exactly
us
have
the
a-
coordinates?
Do you have any form of electronic display?
From another dimension? Yeah, sure.
What was that?
Just
We have
Before we- before-
PDAs.
yeah.
Oh.
Before we just let him. Before we just give this man a stroke. I'll pull out my PDA. You have a device on you currently, yes?
Indeed, my uplink. It should be able to interface with old tech like that.
Okay. Send me a message right now, just to confirm that it works.
Coordinates sent. He raises his hands out and makes like a hand sign. You see the little uplink circular computer device on his palm. He waves it in front of your PDA, and the email is then appears almost instantly.
Okay. Are you going to be able to do that remotely, or are we going to have to be this close again next time?
So long as you're within the city, I will be able to contact you.
All right. And this is where we're going to meet up with your contact?
Yes, you'll be meeting with codename Minerva.
Okay, then. Thank you, Barnaby.
Indeed. Anything for the continued resistance.
Since we've got you, and since you're already kind of caught up to speed on what our bullshit is, the thing that you mentioned, the ELSs, is that what's invading the Outer Rim right now?
Of course. You're from the Outer Rim, wouldn't you know?
No, we're not from the Outer Rim. We're from a different. That earlier bit was true. Just don't focus on it. Where we're from, the LSs don't exist. There's like 3 that we know of.
So you won the war.
I am not going to say anything more than that. We'll just say yes, but more information than that I don't think is important. Yes, we've won that war.
Anyway, just meet with Minerva and she'll get you settled.
I mean, I'm just gonna start asking all kinds of questions. This guy, like, what is the actual value of this currency? When, like, out of game at this point, what is the actual value of the currency that we have when compared to credits?
When compared to credits, what you have now is approximately like, let's say 600,000.
Oh, fuck! Is that including the one I gave away?
Yes.
Okay, so 500,000.
Yes.
Okay, I gave that man 100,000 credits. I literally gave that man a low grade mobile suit worth of money as a tip.
Yeah.
Fuck. You made fucking 6 Zaku's worth of money in 2 hours?
I get good tips. What do you want from me?
She got very good tips.
Were you working? I'm not making that joke.
Colress tips very well.
She showed interest in his thing.
All right, Ren went there. Fuck it. Were you working a strip club?
I meant what he was talking about. She showed interest in his conversation piece.
You even gave back to Mario.
There's no way for me to phrase this good, is there?
He just had his conversation piece out on the table. I mean, how could I not talk about it?
Anyway, stepping away from that joke.
How's that homeless person across the street? Are they like bewildered by what's going on?
They're better than Neo.
They're back
They
to
probably
sleep.
fucked off.
Or are they coming back for more? Let me guess, they didn't look both ways either.
Anyway. What are we fucking? I'm trying to think if there's any other like pertinent immediate information we need from this dude, but I can't think of anything else.
Please, like, he's gonna have a stroke. Let him go.
Well, fare thee well. Get your uplinks and be safe now.
Thank you, Barnaby.
Indeed. kind of limps off, still kind of dazed. Well, you have your next objective. Meet on the edge of town with Minerva, is what he called her.
So,
Tally ho, lads.
lunch?
Let's meet with this Minerva character, I guess.
Are you all in agreement? Are you all going to head in
Yeah.
that direction?
Mm-hmm.
All right, radical. You guys head to the waterfront. Across the waterfront, you can see the flotilla, the military base, out in the distance. Heavily
Flotilla.
fortified. You see mobile suits flying in and out. These mobile suits are fairly reminiscent to the Gunsys or other mobile suits the K-111 has actually piloted before, but seemingly much more advanced.
Oh, yeah?
At least from what you can tell from a distance.
Oh, boy, do I want to get into that base.
I mean, we're going to have to at some point.
You keep going and you find an alleyway to your right. Ducking into the alleyway, no one seems to be there, even though the coordinates point you exactly here. After about 10 minutes or so, a woman turns the corner, holding a box.
Yep.
This woman is on the taller side, slender, darker complexion, bright white hair. Are you the ones I'm supposed to be meeting here?
That depends. What do they call you?
Codename Athena. At your service.
No.
No.
Oh, he used the other one. Minerva. Is that correct?
Yes.
Perfect.
Sorry for the inconvenience, but if you're using the wrong one, we have to be safe on that.
Indeed. Well, I have your uplinks here. There'll be one for each of you, as well as the implantation device necessary to inject them.
I don't know if I like that phrasing.
What can you tell us about these devices?
Uplink devices were developed by Peel Technologies decades back. They are a form of personal computer that directly interfaces with the human nervous system. While it does allow for identification and various communication and verification abilities, this device also acts as a tracker of sorts, which is why it's required for all beings on Earth to have one. Now, I've dropped these off for you. Now let us speak about my payment.
Okay.
Can I toss her a coin?
You toss a coin in her direction, and before it even hits her, she just waves her hand in front of it, absorbing it into her arm. That will suffice. What are you all looking to do with these?
Does it matter?
I suppose not. She kind of looks every one of you up and down, kind of sizing you up. However, she noticeably gazes upon Yolanda the longest. Interesting. Very, very interesting.
Does something seem to be a problem?
What was your name?
Didn't give it.
I will be needing all of your names in order to register you in the official system.
Oh, fuck. I don't have a name. God damn it.
She holds out her hand and a holographic imaging system kind of displays. And whichever person she directs her hand at, your uplink begins glowing. And above her hand, a holographic representation of yourselves each appear.
Yolanda, I need you to give me a name.
Yolanda.
Shut up, Kevin.
Kevin is probably the best name for you.
Ew. Okay.
Mm. Is there already a registry for A1 Yolanda Galanus?
She looks noticeably caught off guard for just a split second. Yes, the Universal Registry does have a woman of approximately your age registered to A1 Yolanda Galanus.
Oh, shit.
Well, answer
Is that
question.
you? Or is
I
there
mean,
another
are
name
we-
I'd like to you'd like me to register it under?
If it's registered under that name and she's already in the system, would this be synced with her already existing account?
No. It would override the original, killing whoever has the original chip.
Kill them.
Oh.
Let's not kill them.
That seems like a good murder tool. Holy shit.
What was the name of that dude who owned that facility? Give me that.
You already have a name, Kevin.
Yeah, can't we just, I would like to be, Peel, first name running for mayor.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
My name is running for Mayor Peel.
Your eagerness for murder is noted. However, it
Hey,
does
Matt,
take your biometric data in regard.
Ooh, you might not want to do that with me.
Well, if I can't use Yolanda, I'd always use my birth name.
Oh.
Is there already a registry for an Eleftheria Apate?
She
Gesundheit.
Minerva noticeably steps back for a second, almost completely losing balance. After a
watch the
few
traffic.
moments, she drops to her knees.
Are you a god or something? What's going on?
What was that name?
That was Long story, it was my birth name, Eleftheria Apate.
It's only one person who would know that.
Are you saying that in character or?
Yes.
I'm gonna ready a weapon.
Theria.
Oh, shit. Your code name. The other one. Please don't tell me.
It's impossible. I
Oh
thought you
boy.
were. I thought you were dead.
Not to rain on your parade, but this is entirely possible. It is not actually the person you think it is.
Mummy?
Oh boy.
And that's where we're ending the session. Let's go. Thank you, everybody, for being here and going through this with me.
Mm-hmm.
That was a cliffhanger I was waiting for. We'll be having another episode in about 2 weeks' time, assuming schedules and everything all line up. I know the holidays are coming up, so that might throw a wrench into the gears, But hopefully everything works out. So should be like
13th.
the 12th or the 13th,
Sorry.
something like that. Yeah. But
12th. Yeah.
But yeah, that was certainly that. We will be back real soon. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Remember, you guys can get the episodes early on Patreon. And until next time, goodbye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.